right now we're starting to get into a tricky stage of the race weekend, as, oh dear, we've got karts not firing up there. That's the number 35 of Egon Prodotti not getting away there. His mechanic having to give it a good push there, but remember, they cannot go beyond the safety line and the pit exit. Their driver will be disqualified if they do. That is a harsh penalty, but it is the rules. Well, the mechanics make their way to their stand to watch and advise our drivers for this one. Let's take you through the starting lineup for the OK Junior qualifying Heat 1. It's James Anagnostiadis and Kasper Reipold on row 1. It's Kees Aziza and Tave Dudkovsky on row 2. Mateusz Witwer and Oscar Gallin on row 3 from Egon Prodotti, and Ella Hakkinen on row 4. Connor Clancy and Vanessa Schilkene, who's on the top 10 on row 5. We'll have Max Murray and Enna Pizzuto on row 6. Isaac Say and Sara Matsui on row 7. Sofia Pavaznaya and Emilia Wyszemiewska round out row number 8 from Sujana Dandu, and Katrina E on row 9. Jonas Peruzzi and Axel Nocom round out the top 20 on row 10. Vera Jurlen from Sweden and Angelina Simmons from Spain go from row 11. Victoria Farfus from Brazil and Nilis Malik from Denmark on row 12. Sanjana Dandu and Zachara Dole, they go from row 13. Christian Ebras and Flavio Caria on row 14. William Marshall and Jan Michalesko, who I don't think is out on track, in 30th place. I'll just confirm that. No, he is not. Would have started on the 15th row. Toby Gale starting right at the back in this one. So qualifying certainly didn't go his way. For the rest of the field, though, it is going to be a tough day today. Wet conditions and starting to dry out there. There is, obviously, the track's completely saturated at the moment, but there is a clear racing line that is starting to form on the circuit. The question will be, if the rain holds off, which you can see on the rain radar there, which by the looks of it will not be the case, will we see a drying track, or will it stay wet throughout the entirety of the day? Judging by the rain that's falling right now in the commentary box, I think it's going to be a wet day all day today. Green flag is out. Here we go then, down towards turn number 1. Great start from Anagnostiadis on the outside row, sweeping to the outside line to get that dirty part of the track and really get the power down out of turn number 2. Back down in towards turn 3 they go. The concertina effect with everyone hugging that inside line. There's a spin at the background. It's the 37. It's Sanjana Dandu. Unfortunately, her first time here at Cremona in these wet conditions is something she is not used to at all. And unfortunately, it's out of the race on lap 1. That is a big, big shame for Sanjano. So the race continues, though, and it is a great getaway for James Anagnostiadis, who breaks away. It is Kees Aziza who's up into second place from that second row of the grid in third. That inside row really working out for him there. I think Kasper Reipold, where is he? Well, he's right there. He's down the inside of Kees Aziza through turn 11. Nicely done, but he loses it on the exit again. You can take that inside line to your heart's content. You're just not going to have the traction on the outside line, as we see the brilliant driving there from Kees Aziza all the way around the outside. That is superb. Mateusz Witwer is looking to the inside, but now here comes the 41 of Dudkovsky down the inside in the white helmet. In the 41, he gets that position done, but it is going to be Witwer who sends it back down the inside through turn 3, denying that position. Connor Clancy getting involved as well. You can see him following that inside line as well. The driver just in the background, and the number 35 coming through now. That is Egon Prodotti taking the full wet racing line there. And you can see him right round the outside. Can confirm the rain is falling once more here at Cremona. And it's coming down very heavy for our drivers. So, yeah, track will remain wet, I suspect, for the entirety of today. As we see this battle here again, big send down the inside for Reipold. He is desperately trying to get past Kees Aziza. As yellow flags come out, it's round. It's Connor Clancy who's gone round there in the number 16, and it's the 4-3 of Oscar Gallin, who have come a cropper there at turn 11 on track through the hairpin. As we go side by side here for second place, Aziza on the outside on Reipold to the inside. This is brilliant defensive driving from Kees Aziza. He is forcing Reipold to take the inside line through all of the corners, and he's just not going to get the exit speed there. Retirements, they're both out. What happened for these two here? Are we going to get a replay of that in towards turn 11? This is down the inside. Oh yeah, just round would go Connor Clancy and just collected Well, yeah, just locking up that rear axle for Oscar Gallin. Not able to avoid it there. Right, now we're starting to see action here. Reipold has now managed to get past Case Aziza. Case really doing a great job on that defensive line, but now you're seeing Reipold there communicating with him, saying, right, think now, let's try and close in. The gap's 2.8 seconds. That's going to be a really, really tall order, especially with Anagnostiadis looking so strong in qualifying. He's just breaking away now from the rest of the field. The question is will they be able to close in? Well, they can see no change for the top 5. They have stayed in their original starting positions now as they're back into it. Prodotti there in 6th place from Ella Hakkinen. That's a couple of drivers at retirement. Is that Clancy and the other drivers? Now, who else has not gone round? Sujana Dandu has dropped down the order. Axel Nocom, I think, are the 2 drivers that are there actually now. So we have seen Sanjana Dandu, and now we're seeing Sujana Dandu also retiring. That was the move for 2nd place. And again, it was down the inside. This time, though, Reipold was able to get his kart to get that block pass in. Great driving there from Case Aziza as well to not run onto that grass. So both of them really, really pushing well. So Anagnostiadis leads the way then as we go on to lap number 5 now. 4 laps completed. The gap between the 2 of them fractionally coming down. Kasper Reipold is closing in as down the inside here comes Prodotti. Gets that inside line. Great driving there from Witwer to not make contact there. You couldn't even fit a piece of paper through those bumpers as they went through turn number 1. Superb kart control from both of them, taking to that outside line. Ella Hakkinen is closing in as well in the number 25. Ella really looking strong in these wet conditions here at Cremona. Out of turn number 7, over that little bump, the crest there, as they head down in towards the hairpin of turn 8. And again, still going wheel to wheel there in the background. That is, I think, is that Isaac Say, Vanessa Schilkenate, who's there as well with Toby Gale, who's had a brilliant drive in this one. 21 positions gained for Toby Gale after another bad qualifying. I think he's enjoying the overtaking that he's doing over the course of this weekend. He did exactly the same yesterday with the 18 positions gained and 19, 20 positions gained yesterday. He's doing a carbon copy today. He's up to P10. Here, though, down the inside again comes the 25. It's Ella Hakkinen now looking for the move on Mateusz Witwer. Not close enough just there, but Ella Hakkinen looking really, really strong here at Cremona through turns 2 and 3. Just watch the steering motion there, really chucking it in, throwing a lot of lock there into the corner. We were talking about that earlier on, the understeer that the driver gets going in on that outside line. There's barely any traction. Then all of a sudden it grips, the rear steps out. You can get on the power super early going down to the corner here. Battle still happening thick and fast in the background here. This is Toby Gale, who now I think that's overtake number 22. That would have been on for Vanessa Schilkenate in the number 38. Toby Gale, you can see the stats there. He started 31st and he's currently 9th. He has gained 22 positions in this race right now as Vanessa Schilkenate go back down the inside there, going wheel to wheel with Isaac Say. Max Murray getting involved as well. You can see there Sarah Matsui also in the background. Another retirement there. I think that could be Zachariah Dole, who's in 24th place, the number 33, who could be off the track. That would be a big shame. Can see the kart there on the inside of the corner at turn number 3. Well, action here as Ella Hakkinen has got past Witwer and is up now into P6, down in towards the infield sector. These wet conditions certainly playing into Ella Hakkinen's hands here. As she makes her way through the field. Where did she start in this one? Ella Hakkinen, well, she did start P8, so she's up 2 positions in this race. So it's been a quiet start to the opening few laps. But right now, really, really pushing strong in this second half. And again, you can see there, there's the steering motion is just trying to control Wagon round corner. Gets a nice exit there out of turn 14, really getting on the power. Look at her driving away there from Mathias Witwer. No disregard there to Mathias Witwer. Really strong show from him as well this weekend. Just struggling in these conditions, and we'll have the close company of Toby Gale, who is closing in just in the background. 23 positions gained at the moment, and you can see that gap just ever increasing. Driver's experience in these wet conditions do vary all the way throughout, as now Egon Prodotti is now in the crosshairs of Ella Häkkinen. The battle for fifth, I'm sure, will slowly creep in. Well, we're on lap 8 of 9 at the moment. The last lap board will be out this time to our race leader, James Anagnostiadis from Australia. The gap between him and Kasper Reipold is 3.3 seconds at the moment. Reipold has not been able to close in as we go onto this final lap, and that shot there really shows the gap. And great to see, you know, the clear visors that these drivers wear, these great camera shots that we're seeing here, seeing the concentration on their faces as they head round the track here through turns 6 and 7 here. Really good close-ups there of the eyes just looking further out of the corner. And again, you're seeing that look down the inside there just to cool the tyres down. Both from Anagnostiadis and Reipold, both doing the same maneuver there, just to keep the temperatures low in the tyres. The really soft compounds on the W6 Vegas, really good in the wet conditions, but they do get chewed up easily if you do stay on that racing line. And if it starts to dry, they can just collapse on themselves. But right now they're looking in fine form. And for James Anagnostiadis, it is a qualifying heat win across the line from Australia. What a start to the day here. Day 2 for the Champions of the Future Academy program, and it is the Australian on top at the end of qualifying heat 1. The driver who finished 4th in the final yesterday in the dry conditions. Today looks to be Anagnostiadis' day here at Cremona. 9 laps completed. He finishes ahead of Kasper Reipold, yesterday's final winner from Kayser in 3rd place. Dudkovsky finishes in P4 from Prodotti, in P5 from Ella Häkkinen, an impressive P6 from Witwer. Gale finishing in 8th place from Vanessa Schilkenate, and Isaac Say rounding out the top 10. Drivers will make their way back into Parc Fermé. Everything will get checked over. All the results that we talk about now are provisional, including these 3 here. James Anagnostiadis taking the win from Kasper Reipold, and Kayser rounding out the top 3. Well, the OKN Junior race, the full results on your screen now. Katrina E with a great race there, gaining up into 11th place from Max Murray. Sarah Matsui finishing in 13th place from Enna Pizzuto. And then Nilas Malik rounding out the top 15, 9 positions gained